30-06 John here, and today what I'm going to be talking about is my inline muzzleloader, a CVA Wolf, and me using a Blackhorn 209 powder. Keep watching and I hope you enjoy the video. This past winter I did get a muzzleloading moose permit. It's for any moose. So it's a very long season. It's a winter hunt. So I've been doing a lot of muzzleloading shooting. First off, let's talk about the rifle. This is the CVA Wolf inline muzzleloader. This is their budget rifle. It's blued. The action right here actually looks like it's painted alloy. The breech plug itself looks like it's stainless steel. So this is sort of like a big single action rifle. You do load it from the muzzle here. It does have a ramrod. This is a 50 caliber, but the action is like a big single barrel shotgun. You crack it open. When you're ready to fire, you put the primer in, close it, pull the hammer back. The trigger pull on mine is really good. I don't know if they all come like that. This one here is a very good trigger. Now the breech plug makes a difference. Anyone who's familiar with inline muzzle loaders knows this. They're very easy to remove, but you got to make sure you're using the right one. Let me unscrew this one. The plug I have in here now is for granulated powder or Blackhorn 209. You could look there, you can see there's a big hole right there. Put the 209 primer in right there. This other breech plug, this is the one that came with the rifle, has a solid top on it. That is just for pelletized powder. You're not really supposed to use this for granular powder, although I have, and I didn't know any better. Cleaning the breech plugs, you can certainly Google it, and on YouTube there's plenty of videos. But on the Blackhorn 209 breech plug, it says to use like a 1/8 inch drill bit to go into the back right here to get any of the residue, shake it out there. Then also a lot of people try to use pipe cleaners or something like that. They want you to use these welding tip cleaners. So you find the torch tip cleaner of the appropriate size, find the hole and just ream it through, clean it that way. Now I'm not going to go into all the details of how to use an inline muzzle loader. The CVA website has a lot of videos on how to use it, how to load it, how to clean it. But one thing you need to know that if you use Blackhorn 209 powder, you don't use water-based solvents. A lot of Pyrodex or 777 use water-based soap and water to clean your muzzle loader. Blackhorn 209, you use a petroleum-based cleaning stuff. Very similar to regular smokeless powder. This is made for modern inline muzzle loaders with a 209 ignition, so this is not for cap and ball revolvers or flintlocks or percussion caps. It needs a 209 primer. This powder is granular. They don't make a pelletized 209 powder. A lot of people like to use the 777 pellets or white hot pellets. Blackhorn 209 doesn't have a pellet there. That's only one of the bad things about it. When I first started shooting my inline muzzle loader, I was using 777, and that worked okay. But some people told me to use Blackhorn 209, and I tried it, and it just was pretty superior to me to black powder substitutes like Pyrodex or 777. So that's what I use now. Another thing about Blackhorn 209 powder is that you need a very hot primer to ignite it. So something like this Federal 209A, which is like a Magnum primer, or a CCI 209M Magnum primer. I have these CCI 209 primers. They don't really recommend these, but I'm going to try to using them. They do not recommend using something like muzzle loading primers, which are much more mild, like this Remington clean bore muzzle loading primer. The best and easiest to use bullet and sabot that I find, and I haven't tested a lot of them, but the easiest, most common one was this Hornady SST with the low drag sabot. It's a 300 grain bullet. It works out pretty good. Let me show you everyone. So you pull out a bullet, 300 grain SST, pull out a sabot, just stick them in. That's your setup right there. Now this is a low drag sabot, and when I ran these down the barrel of my CVA Wolf, they slide firm but not very, very hard. Here's some of my targets. At 25 yards, almost a ragged hole right there. 80 grains Blackhorn 209, Federal 209A, Hornady 300 SST with the red sabot. I backed it out to 50 yards, about an inch and a half group. This is of course with the millet red dot. Then I backed it out to 100 yards. 100 yards, I did have to sight it in. Had to work in give the red dot sight some adjustment up and to the right a little bit. My last two shots made about a 2-inch group right there. Then I chronographed my load using 80 grains of Blackhorn. My average velocity was 1.552 feet per second. And that's pretty good, but it's just a little bit slower than I wanted. So I increased my charge to 80 grains of Blackhorn 209. Now my average velocity is 1,655 feet per second. Well, the moose season is very long, 5 months, any moose. And hopefully I'll have good luck here this winter. Hey, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Everyone, thanks. Have a nice day and take care.